All right, Bert, what do you got for me?
I just heard from the unmarked. We have staked out at 2nd and Grand. The bus is there already.
What about the girls?
No, not yet.
Oh, it's only 12:30. I guess it's a bit early yet. Come to think of it, I'm surprised that bus is there this soon.
Yeah, so am I.
Okay, then keep me posted on when the girls arrive.
Will do.
As soon as you do, I'll give the alert for men to move into position around the studio.
Okay, boss.
Just one moment, okay? I need you to be lookout.
Lookout for what?
For Hannibal and Irving. It's important that we know that they don't try and get away whilst I'm explaining them.
But I want to know what's going on, too.
I promise I'll tell you later. It's important that someone keep an eye on them right now.
Do you say so?
Thank you.
Listen, Hannibal and Irving aren't going to like this if they know that we're here.
Once you have heard what I have to say, you won't care what they think.
Get on with it, then.
Okay, listen, I hate to tell you all this, but you've been taken in. Hannibal and Irving are crooks. There is no audition with Gilbert.
What? How do you know that?
Because I phoned Gilbert. He's not holding auditions for hopscotch girls. It's a scam.
Oh, I paid $500 for this audition.
Yeah.
We know you're not lying to us.
Why would I do that?
So you could get rid of all of us and have the audition with Gilbert all to yourself.
Yeah, you lied to
And your name isn't even what you said it was.
But that's because if you knew my real name, it would blow my cover.
Cover? Are you a cop?
No, but I'm married to one. I'm the police commissioner's wife.
Oh, my God. I don't believe it. Good.
Wait, I can show you my ID card.
Right.
Look,
I'd like to see this.
it's got Holly Scorpio on it. My Wyndham's credit card. There, it's got Holly Scorpio on it, see?
Oh, you could have forged these.
It's true, Melissa.
I still don't believe it. No, you want it all, and you'll do anything you can to try to get it, including trying to convince us not to go to New York.
That isn't true.
You'll have to do a heck of a lot more to convince me.
Will this do?
Mother's ring. Where did you get that?
I followed you to Benny's. I knew how much this ring meant to you. I couldn't stand to see you hock it just to pay those crooks.
So you paid to get it out?
Yes.
So they really are ripping us off?
Every single one of you.
I'll kill them. Yeah, well, stand in line. I have 2 jobs trying to scrape up the money for this. You? I've spent all my savings.
No sign of anything.
Just one more minute,
What's
okay?
going on?
Just one more minute. Please,
know.
I'll tell you in just a second, okay? Okay, girls, what do you say? You willing to help me get that creep? And I'm going to tell you, I've got this plan, all right? Just listen to me, and we'll fix them.
Ah, good of you to see me again, Bert.
My pleasure, Doctor. Please come in. I'm only too glad to help.
I was going through my notes, and suddenly I realized that I've made an awful blunder with my talks with you.
Oh? In what way?
Your brother Ian.
What about him?
Well, we never really have talked about him.
Oh, there's no reason to. He's dead.
Yes, I know. Skiing accident. You were very close to him, weren't you?
As close as 2 brothers could possibly be.
Yes. Well, that isn't always too close.
Dr. Campbell, let me assure you that there was nothing more than the usual sibling rivalry between Ian and myself.
Ah. Anything in particular?
I really can't remember. It was so long ago.
You were very much alike, weren't you, your brother?
No, we were as different as night and day.
Oh, really?
Yes.
In what way?
Oh, I don't know. Ian liked to socialize more than I did.
I see. Then he must have had more friends than you did.
He knew a lot of people.
I see. They liked him?
Everybody liked Ian.
Why was that?
I don't know.
Well, it sounds like he was a gregarious sort. Now, that sort is usually pretty sure of themselves.
Yeah, that was Ian.
Sounds like he had a lot of confidence.
He always thought he was better than everybody else. But I knew that he couldn't hold on.
What do you mean? Well, didn't you try to help him?
Yes. Yes, of course I did. I reached out and tried to grab him, but I couldn't quite reach him. I merely meant that, I knew he couldn't hold on until help arrived.
Oh, I thought you told everyone that he was too far away from you, that you saw him fall from a distance.
That's right, I did.
Ah, then he fell before you could get to him.
That's right.
I see.
Tell me, Doctor, how do you know all this?
All the cases in my book are life histories. The accident report came up in my research of your life history.
So then you already knew what happened.
Yes. But I don't know how you feel about it.
Until this very moment, I'm not sure that I realize the depth of my feelings. Making that comment about him being able to hold on. You see, I think that in my mind's eye, I'm convinced that I grabbed for Ian. At least I certainly would have if only I'd been closer to him.
Yes. It's a strange thing, the mind.
Well, I'm sure that you realize I remembered nothing for so long, and suddenly I'm called upon to remember so much.
Yes, I understand.
Dr. Campbell, I'm going to be completely honest with you. It's more than that.
Oh?
It's my brother, Ian.
What about him?
And I realize that it happened a long time ago. But I'm still affected by his death. It's still very difficult for me to talk about. Certainly that's not unusual now, is it?
Oh, no. No, of course not.
Yeah. Oh, he was really something, Ian was.
Yes, I'm sure he was.
Well, I hope that you now have enough to finish your book.
Yes, just about.
Good. If there's anything else that I can do, any other help that I can offer, please don't hesitate to ask.
Of course not. I'll give you a call. All right.
You've done very well, haven't you?
What are you doing here?
Making some inquiries.
We'll tell you everything you need to know at the audition when we all get to New York.
I'm not going to New York, and neither are you.
What's this all about?
I know everything.
Good. Then you should do splendidly on your audition tomorrow.
There is no audition. You don't even know Gilbert.
Well, if that isn't gratitude...
Let her talk.
You took our money and you lied about the audition.
You have no proof of that.
Well, as a matter of fact, I do, and I'm going to report it all to the police.
I see. Well, haven't you been the clever one? Not quite clever enough, I'm afraid.
Get me some rope.
Jeez, a towel,
What the hell are we doing?
We're tying her up and shutting her up, then we're getting out of here. Here, take that.
What the hell is that?
I don't know, just get rid of him.
pizza with the extra $10.
The Hannibal Studio. All right. Okay, Robert. Yes.
What? It's much too early.
Yes, Robert.
Listen, Bert, are those men deployed around the studio yet?
What? Well, no, it's only 1:30.
Damn.
Well, you told us not to go in until 2.
I know. I've just got a signal from Holly. Something's gone wrong. She's in trouble.
I'll tell them men to get there right away.
On the double. I'll meet you there.
On All My Children. From their very first kiss, Jenny and Greg were destined to be together. And through it all, their true love has survived. Now the days are filled with plans for the future and dreams that are coming true.
As of tomorrow, we're going to be man and wife.
Happiest day of my life.
All My Children. Weekdays.
Hold it. All right, they're in there. Get ready. This is the police. Open up! Freeze! What the...
Hello.
What's all this?
You know, you're just in time. Something dreadful happened.
You want to tell me?
Well, we ordered mushroom and pepperoni, and they forgot the pepperoni.
Tiny testing confidence, don't you?
Drives me round the bend.
All right, what's going on here?
Well, isn't it fairly obvious? There are your 2 con men. Would you like some pizza?
Right, and at the risk of looking like an even bigger fool, I assume these are the women.
These are the ladies who are very happily going to testify against Hannibal and Irving. Right, ladies?
Well, I'll be damned.
Now, you said 2 o'clock.
Right, it's about 2 o'clock now, isn't it?
You know what I'm talking about.
Well,
Holly, I didn't want you getting involved in this on your own.
listen, I'm not alone. I had 19 helpers.
Now, listen to me. That is not what I'm
I
talking...
thought you would have been happy that I got them.
Well, I am, but that's not the point here.
Listen, maybe we should talk about this at home, okay? I mean, you certainly got your work cut out for you.
What work?
Police work. Well, somebody has to book these 2 crooks.
All right, get these 2 out of here.
All right, let's go. Come on, come on.
Don't you just love it, ladies, when the men come in and take over everything? You know, right.
Hi. Are you busy?
Surprise? No, come in.
Well, I've been out all day. I don't know what possessed me to come back for lunch. Back to the house, anyway. I guess... Well, yeah, I know what possessed me. I guess I needed someone to talk to.
Well, you can talk to me.
Good, thank you. Can I get my car?
Sure, yes.
I'm awful glad you're here. Here, let me just leave it here.
Okay.
Because, boy, it's really a cinch I can't talk to Alan and Edward. Would you tell me something? Why can't anyone be trusted anymore?
Was this about Alan and Edward?
Yeah, partly. Partly it's about Mrs. Allison.
Your cousin?
Well, she was. I don't know, maybe she still is. But according to Alan and Edward, she's also somebody else. At least that's what they say.
No, you lost me.
Oh, sorry. Okay, listen. You remember when I got a letter from a Mrs. Keith Allison, and she said that she was my cousin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you remember that I was really looking forward to meeting her?
You were thrilled.
Yeah, I was, but it seems the gruesome twosome, they weren't at all. In fact, so much so, they went and had her checked out and discovered that she's also the president, the head of the Avalon Health Spas.
Wait, you mean Mrs. Allison and Lorena Sharp are the same woman?
Yeah, so it appears.
Well, maybe she just wants to use both names?
Well, then why didn't she tell me?
Maybe she didn't have a reason to.
Yeah, or maybe she did.
Do you think she's trying to use you in some way?
Well, that's just it, Celia. I don't know. I just don't know.
Well, I can certainly see why you're upset about it.
Well, listen, I can understand. I mean, if you want to rip off the Quartermaines, that's perfectly understandable, but what bothers me...
What? What, Monica?
What bothers me... well, you don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like growing up And you don't know who your family are. You don't know where you came from. You don't know any of your background. That must be awful. Well, I didn't know anything else, so I just had to accept it, didn't I? And I did. I really did. Up until I got that letter from Mrs. Allison. And then all of a sudden, I really understood what it meant. I really knew how important it was to me to be, I don't know, to all of a sudden be connected, I guess is the only word I can use to describe it.
Connected. Yeah, that's a word that's been coming up for me today, too.
Oh, well.
Real disconnected today myself.
Why? What happened?
Well, Grant and I changed our names today.
Oh, you can't. Oh, wow, that has to be very strange.
Well, perhaps I'm making too big a deal of it, but... Andrews is just not a name that I can relate to. It doesn't mean anything to me.
Well, I know what you mean. The name they gave me didn't mean anything to me either, but I didn't have any choice. I had to grow up with it. I guess all it really did was just remind me that there really was something missing in my life.
Past.
Bingo.
Oh, we're a pair, aren't we?
I guess misery loves company. Speaking of, oh boy, yes, absolutely. This part of the miserable duo has got to get back to the hospital.
Oh, do you have to?
Yeah, I do. I'm sorry. Thank you for listening to me.
I'm so glad you stopped by.
Well, I'm glad you were here. Go ahead, answer it.
Okay.
And keep your chin up, okay?
Take care.
You too.
Hello.
It's Dr. Campbell again, Mrs. Andrews.
How may I help you?
May I speak to Grant, please?
No, I'm sorry. He's at work.
I see.
May I take a message?
No. I'll call back later.
Wait. Is something wrong?
I need to talk to him about the real Grant.
About what?
Well, I'm hoping that between what you've told me and what I've learned from the real Grant, your husband just might be able to provide that extra bit of information I need.
Need for what?
To put together the pieces of the puzzle. I'll be in touch.
It seems as if my suspicions are being confirmed. The more I question others, the more discrepancies I find in Grant's interviews. Not only in his version of stories, but in his attitudes as well. It is obvious to me that he was jealous of his brother, perhaps even hated him. There's no doubt in my mind anymore that Putnam lied about the accident. There is definitely more behind that story than Grant told other people at the time. I'm determined to probe this mystery to its conclusion, whatever that may be.